Okay, this video is the unboxing of the green screen kit that the media arts coaches are receiving. So I'm literally unboxing this, or opening it up for the first time. At least this kit, to make sure it has all the parts in it. Okay, so when you open it up, you should have a number of boxes, a number of stands. This is the muslin screen that it comes with. Okay. Then we've got one of the stands, either right or left. The second one, these are the umbrella reflector kits for the lighting. So there's two of them. These are the bulbs. There's large bulbs there. I'm going to put those aside since we're not going to use those. Not right now. Directions. This here is the light stand, or the lighting kit. That's where the bulb gets attached to, and then attached to the stands for that. Again, I'll put those aside since we're not using them. This box is the stand for the lighting. Okay, it looks similar to the other ones, but since they are in the box, these to lighting. So all the lighting kit actually comes in the white material, the white boxes. These are going to be the rods that are going to go horizontal, attached in order to hold up the green screen's muslin screen. Okay, so now I'm going to put together the green screen background or backdrop. I've already taken off the plastics on each of the rods and the green screen itself. Okay, so first thing you do, take these stands. Okay, pull these out. Those three, so you have access to the three legs. I would pull two of them just to get them started. Okay, and all you do is push down on the top here, and then you can adjust the height. Okay, so in order to make sure that both stands are similar in height, I would temporarily have one set up. I'm going to take the other one, do the same thing. Loosen the legs from here, pull on two of them to get it started, push down on the top here, and then just put them side by side. Just doesn't have to be perfect, but you just want the heights similar as we get started here. And then I'm going to go ahead and tighten these screws right here, just to make sure it stays at that height. Oops. Again, just double check to make sure they're similar. You can always make the adjustments up here anyway. So, okay, that should work. Again, these are the four rods. Three of them have silver tips on it. The ones that go on each end have these larger holes in there. As you can see, that's a larger hole where it gets connected to the stand. This one is one end, and this one is not, because it's a smaller connector, a middle connector piece there, and this one is the other end. It doesn't have any silver tip on it at all. So these are the two ends. I want to make sure I do those toward the last. Connect it there, just push down on these so they connect and click. The next middle piece, again, has a smaller hole in it. Connect it there. Oops. There you go. And then the final piece, which is the other end, has a larger hole. Connect this here. Okay, and you've got that. Okay. Next thing you do is you feed the background screen through this. When you open it up, you'll be able to tell which one goes on top, because this one has a section in which it has the double stitched part where it folds over. The bottom end does not have this. So all you do now is just feed it through. It will give me an idea how far I space the two stands. Okay, so on top of each stand has this bolt on here with this wing nut on there. You have to unscrew this, and you're going to be putting in one end of the green screen, the rod that's connected to the green screen. So let me place it right about here to make sure I have enough room. Again, this is 10 feet across, so I'm going to go ahead and put it right on top there and attach this just to temporarily hold it. With the other stand, again, I'll take off the other wing nut. Hold on to that. Place the other end of the rod to there. Put it back on. Again, this is just the hold. You don't have to do it too tight. Okay, just make sure that they're just about lined up for your background. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and I'm just going to unscrew one of these to loosen it so I can raise it. And again, this makes it a lot easier when you have two people doing this, but trying to modify. The other side, same thing. I'm going to unscrew the top one. Go a little bit higher and shimmy my way up there. That's the maximum there. So I'm going to screw that to tighten it. Then go ahead and work on the bottom one to raise it a little higher. Again, it doesn't need to go real high. It's just high enough to where you'll have a background where your subjects are actually in front of it. I'll make sure this is raised all the way up. Do the same thing here, tighten that. Loosen this, raise it up. That looks like it's actually pretty good. I'll stand back in a second to check it. So here's the green screen. All you do is just pull it as wide as it'll go. So this screen, again, this background is 10 feet wide by 12 feet long, so you actually have plenty of green screen. To record. So that's basically how to set up the green screen kit. Just as a reminder, there is a quick reference guide that's included in the green screen kit. It tells you how to set up the lighting, which I'll be doing right now, and the background stand and the backdrop. So we're going to go ahead and set up one of the light stands that we have inside the green screen kits. There are two sets of light stands if you need them. Okay, and I would suggest if you are using the lighting is to have both of them set up to help offset any shadows that are going to be set up on the green screen. Okay, so they're in all white boxes. Okay, this first box, the longer one, is the stand for the light. Okay. Okay. In order to set up the stand, all you do is these tripod, 3 legs, pull on 2 of them just to get it started, and then you would push down. Okay. When it's at a good height for the bottom part, just go ahead and tighten that. We're going to be able to adjust the top part as well. There's also 2 more spots here to make the stand a little bit higher. Okay, there's a little black cover on it. It's just more for protection. Just unscrew that. Put that aside. Okay. Then in the smaller box, we have the holder for the light bulb. This is the black holder here. So it's got a couple of screws on here. So therefore, there you can actually move the light. Okay, it's going to be a large incandescent bulb, or large. Just say it's going to be a large bulb. Okay, this is the large bulb here. Okay, my suggestion is to keep the styrofoam and the box to store it afterwards if you're going to be breaking down the stand at all. Now, if you leave it up, you can leave it connected. Okay. So here's the bulb. goes into that lighting kit. I'm just going to go ahead and twist that on. Just like that. Okay, so I have that set ready to go. Okay. On the stand, I'm just going to raise it up a little bit. So on this top one, raise it about that height. Just tighten the hand, tighten it. Okay. So you've got this lighting kit. Okay. When you unscrew this top one here, it'll actually allow you to pivot at an angle. This one here, the bottom one, is the one that's going to go onto the light stand. So let me go ahead and open that up. And it literally just sits right on top here. And you just tighten it up, just to kind of hold it in place. Okay. This angle doesn't matter too much right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and tighten that. Okay. And one of the last things you do is you put on the umbrella reflector. Okay. Take that out. Open that up here. Okay. And in here, there's a hole where there's a screw that will actually hold it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. So it just goes in a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten that screw. Okay, and that screw literally just holds that umbrella reflector in place. Okay, again, you can unscrew this, you could change the angle if you need to, and tighten that. And obviously this gets plugged into, this wire here is a power cord, gets plugged into an outlet. Okay, and then you have the on-off switch in the back. And in the back here is the on-off switch for the light. That'll control the power after you've plugged in the power cord into an outlet. You can also make it a little bit higher if needed, and you can adjust that and just tighten it, hand tighten. So this is one of the light stands that comes in the green screen kit that you received.